2022 is over, and I'm gonna miss it, actually. Why is that, you ask? Well, because 2022 was an interesting year. Not only was it fun to say, but it was a rare situation in which a 4-digit number contains only two distinct digits, that being 2's and a 0. This is rare, actually. It may not seem that way at first, because the last time a year only had two distinct digits was 2020, which was surprisingly already 2 years ago. Anyway, this also happened in 2002, 2000, 1999, and 1991. But before that, it hadn't happened since 1919. And since 2022, we will not be seeing this again until 2111. Many of us won't be alive for that. But this got me thinking, what is the frequency of a 4-digit number containing 4, 3, 2, or 1 distinct digits? Well, 2 distinct digits happen whenever the last 2 digits are a combination of the first 2 digits. For example, in the 2000s, the last 2 digits must only be 0s or 2s. There are 4 2-digit combinations for 2 numbers, so that means these 2-digit years occur 4 times every century. That's pretty rare, but it happens a lot more frequently if the first 2 digits of a century are the same. For example, in the 23rd century, this will happen 27 times instead of 4. And there will also be a year containing only 1 distinct digit, 2222. Of course, this is far more uncommon, only happening once every millennium. In total, 2 distinct digits happen 4 times every century, except for the 1 century every millennium in which it happens 27 times, so we can multiply 4 times 9 plus 27, giving us a total of 63 years every millennium that contain 2 distinct digits, and 2022 was one of them. But what about 3 distinct digits, or 4? For 4, that would mean every digit of a year is different. Last time this happened was 2019. And the next time will be 2031. We can calculate how frequent this is as well. For any given millennium, there are 9 possible centuries that give us a digit different than the first. Then for the decade, there are only 8 possible numbers that are different from the first 2. And for the last digit, there are only 7 possible numbers that are different than the first 3. Multiplying 9 times 8 times 7 gives us 504 years every millennium that contain all unique digits. So about half of all years fall into this category. We're getting a break from them during the 2020s because the decade matches the millennium, but a few decades ago we had a very long break from them. 1987 and 2013 both contain all unique digits, but every year in between the two repeated a digit somewhere. We can find out how many years have 3 distinct digits using the numbers we have. There are 10,000 possible 4-digit combinations, 5,040 of which with all unique digits, 630 contain 2 distinct digits, and only 10 numbers contain 1. This leaves 4,320 years that contain 3 distinct digits, 432 every millennium. This includes numbers like 2012, which has a pair of 2s, or 1997, or 1866, or even 2023. Okay, but it can be a little non-intuitive to realize where and when a number with a specific amount of distinct digits will show up, so I decided to count all of them, at least all the 4-digit numbers. To visualize what all the numbers would look like, I started with a 90 by 100 pixel grid. 1 pixel for every 4-digit number from 1000 to 9999. So every row can represent a century, essentially. Then I simply shaded every number based on the number of distinct digits. So for the first number, 1000, we see there are 2 distinct digits, 1s and 0s. So I will shade that pixel dark blue. For 1001, there are also 2 distinct digits, so it's dark blue as well. 1002 includes 3 different digits, so it will be light blue. Same for 1003 and so on. The first number to have all unique digits is 1023, which I will leave white. For 1111, I will shade that pixel black. And I did this for every number, all the way to 9999. Because I have no life, apparently. And in the end, we get this visual. Wow, would you look at that? Isn't it beautiful? It looks like something a lumberjack would wear or something. Okay, let's take a closer look. This row contains all the years in the 21st century. Looking closely, we can see 2022 right here. There was 2020, most of the 2010s are white, and 2222 is down here, exactly 200 years after 2022. So that's cool. But of course this will look a little different if we didn't restrict ourselves to 4-digit numbers. Unique digits become less frequent the bigger the number, until we reach an 11-digit number, which must contain repeating digits somewhere, because there are only 10 numbers to go around, so not all 11 digits can be different. But this is a rabbit hole for a future video. In the end, 2022 was an interesting year, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.